What it is, what it is. You already know who it is. And if you don't know who it is, I'm about to tell you who it is. It's your boy True Bill Rico Reed, right? And this picture right here, man, before I go any further, man, I want to say rest in peace to Makiyah Bryant. And I send my condolences to the Bryant family. This is the 16-year-old girl in, I think it's Dayton, Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Or Cleveland. I'm not sure. I forgot. But it's in Ohio. That the officer shot with deadly force. This is the perfect example and the unfortunate example of the cliche and the saying, believe nothing you hear and half what you see. This situation happened prior to the guilty verdict of ex-police officers Chauvin and brother George Floyd's death verdict came in. Now, and this is a still shot, a screenshot of the actual video. Just looking at the video, you see the officer getting out of his car, and immediately you can come to the conclusion that he just got out of his car and start blasting. Now you got to think about this, and this a term they use in law and in courts: the totality of circumstances. All right, the police officer, and keep an open mind. I'm not like congratulating the officer. I'm just, I'm being open-minded. Like, what did he have in his mind as he came upon this scene? You got a call: domestic violence, altercation, someone's armed with a knife. Get on the scene. It's a melee. Bam! One quick second. He's trained to shoot for center mass. He's trained and he's justified for, the officer is justified for using deadly force. That is in the policy. I learned a lot by looking at brother George Floyd's trial. It's a threat assessment, a risk versus threat. Everything is a risk. When you leave out your house, that's a risk. When you get in your car, that's a risk that you can, get in a fatal accident, and so on and so on. But everything is not an immediate threat. And when it is a threat, the police officers are trained to assess the threat measure, right? And it's protocol. And you can address a threat according to the degree of threat it is. So now he's faced with a choice of, do I allow her to possibly take this younger lady's life? Or do I have to take a life in order to save a life, which you pay taxes for them to do? If this was your daughter, your mother, your grandmother, your homegirl, your grandchild, etc., your friend or whatever, or just your neighbor, on the other end of this knife, this big long knife, what would you want the police officer to do? Yeah, it's sad that it's another young lady lost her life too early, but these are lessons. I won't go into good or bad parenting. The only thing I can say is, let's learn to educate ourselves. Let's learn to teach our children how to deal with intellect over emotion. You know what I'm saying? Let's not just look at something one time and draw a conclusion out of emotion. Because that's what all this killing about is, emotion. Emotion over intellect. Let's develop some type of pride within ourselves where we don't have to automatically resort to violence, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's how this thing could have truly been avoided if they learned how to solve their differences without violence.